Hi, I'm Nat John Green. This is not Crash Course World History, and today we're going to talk about fur traders and settlers in North America and their effects. A while back, European migrants flooded into the Western Hemisphere. There, they and their Euro-American offsprings dominated economic and political affairs.
Miss Alex, how did the Europeans supply their capitalist markets?
Well, Emma, the Europeans did many things, such as mining precious metals, cultivating cash crops such as sugar and tobacco, and trapping those fur-bearing animals. These European conquests meant that indigenous people had to find a way to deal with it. They found analogies between these new experiences and what they were used to from their past experiences in the conquest. Wherever the Europeans settled became multicultural with mixed ancestry, but were under European or Euro-American dominance. As for the French and English colonies in North America, however, mingling between peoples of different ancestry was least common. In fact, the colonists disdained the native peoples and later on called imported African slaves inferior beings. Those same colonists, though, readily borrowed useful cultural elements from other communities. Now moving on to those fur traders. Fishermen bartered for fur with local people, which sparked the fur trade. Explorers found that exploited a convenient entrance to rich fur-producing regions through the Hudson Strait and the Hudson Bay. The indigenous peoples trapped animals for the European and exchanged the pelts for manufactured goods such as wool, blankets, iron pots, firearms, and distilled spirits. Cozy nights and distilled spirits sound like a great time. The hides mainly went to Europe, where the capitalist markets had a lot of demand for beaver fur items. Time for the open letter, but first, let's have a look at what's inside the secret compartment. Oh look! Thank you, fur traders. An open letter to fur traders themselves. Thank you for stimulating the economy, but I'm afraid that's where the thankfulness ends. You guys nearly wiped out the American beaver population, depleted lands, and even ignited a beaver war. How could you do all this? Best wishes, Alex Allen. On the idea of fur trade, let's go to the thought bubble. So back in the 1500s, the European and Indians started the fur trade, noting that it was mainly the French. Excessive killing of these animals for their fur obviously led to the endangerment, and the beavers were soon hard to find. Their population declined rapidly. And when the hunting grounds became depleted, the native peoples poached or invaded the territories of others, which frequently, like a lot of other things too, led to war. In the 17th century, the beaver wars occurred, where the Iroquois wanted to expand their hunting grounds, but it became a problem when it was at the expense of the Hurons and others. This fur trade was also highly competitive, which meant, you guessed it, more conflict. Thanks, Thought Bubble. Aside from the fur trade, tobacco was also a hot item that Europeans could sell to Europe. In the Americas, the indigenous peoples used it as early as 2,000 years ago for rituals, medicinal, and social uses. The promoters of tobacco first described the health benefits of tobacco to the European consumers, and soon merchant mariners spread the use of tobacco through Europe and North America. Today you learned about settlers and the fur traders in North America. You learned about Europeans entering the Western Hemisphere, their effects there, and how indigenous peoples dealt with it. You learned about the mixing of ancestry in the Americas. Finally, you learned all about the fur traders, tobacco, and their effects. Thanks for watching. I won't see you next week. Whatever this was produced by Alex, Hallie, Isabella, and Emma. Our script supervisor is Alex. The show was written by Isabella, not my high school teacher. It was filmed by Hallie. Our graphics were produced by Emma.
And it was edited by me.
You're so welcome.
This information came from the Traditions and Encounters AP edition textbook. Thanks for watching this not crash course. We don't really say anything in my hometown, so I'll just say don't forget to stay awesome. I won't be copyright striked for that, right? Worse, of course.
Yeet!